Hello, and welcome to my channel. I am Dan Mason. Here, I am responding to a viewer's reply. Here is the reply from my viewers. This is an ignorant assessment of natural selection. Mutations need to be spread amongst a significant number of a population. This takes time. Mutations do nothing to harm the organism and are passed on to the next generation. Sometimes. If it is a harmful mutation, it is likely to kill the organism, and the mutation will not be passed on. If it does not kill the organism, sickle cell anemia, and the organism survives, it will be passed on. Evolution is a complex subject. Creationism is a fairy tale. First, it is sickle cell anemia. Let me define some terms as we begin this rebuttal. Definitions of atheism. Atheism is the absence of belief in the existence of deities. It can take multiple forms, including strong atheism, the belief that no gods exist; weak atheism, a lack of belief in gods, without asserting their non-existence; agnostic atheism, the view that one does not believe in any gods, while also recognizing that the existence of deities is unknowable; implicit atheism, the position of individuals who have not been exposed to religious claims and thus lack belief in gods. The critical takeaway is that atheism is not a belief system or worldview, but rather a response to specific claims about the existence of deities. Logical rebuttal to evolution and misrepresentations. The idea that mutations drive evolution in purely random ways is misleading. While natural selection does play a role in preserving beneficial mutations, the mechanism of evolution is often exaggerated as a purely gradual process, which overlooks critical limitations. Mutation limits. Mutations are more often neutral or harmful than beneficial. Mutations must accumulate significantly, even when beneficial, to result in meaningful evolutionary changes. This process takes a long time, and the appearance of complex structures through chance remains statistically unlikely. Irreducible complexity. ID research highlights examples like the bacterial flagellum, which requires multiple interdependent parts to function. Removing any part renders the system useless, suggesting that it could not have evolved step by step. While critics argue that intermediate forms exist, ID proponents counter with evidence that no functional evolutionary pathway has been demonstrated. Information theory. In biology, DNA contains specified complex information that directs the development and function of living organisms. This information cannot arise from random mutations alone. As the information encoded in DNA resembles human-designed codes, it points to an intelligent cause behind biological systems. Referring to creationism or ID as a fairy tale is a dismissive oversimplification. The theory of intelligent design is not a rejection of scientific principles, but rather an extension of scientific inquiry that seeks to understand the origin of biological complexity. Unlike mythology, ID uses observable data and patterns to make predictions, such as the functionality of junk DNA, which has been validated by recent studies. Evolution is complex, but the complexity does not make it immune to critique. Science thrives on questioning assumptions, and ID serves as a necessary critique of naturalistic assumptions in evolutionary theory. The idea that all life is the product of purely material processes remains an unverified hypothesis. ID offers an alternative hypothesis, that life results from purposeful design. Ultimately, science should be about pursuing truth without bias, yet the funding structures in universities create barriers to open inquiry. Intelligent design deserves a fair hearing based on ideological grounds, not dismissal. We must recognize that science progresses by exploring diverse ideas, even those that challenge the status quo. As research advances, it is crucial to maintain intellectual humility and consider that design may offer better explanations for certain biological phenomena than evolution alone. This debate highlights the importance of critical thinking and empirical investigation rather than dismissing ideas as fairy tales without engaging with the evidence. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.